Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Well, I, Winda Tri Ramadhani, will present the result of my material that is culture and language. And then culture. 1. Definition of culture, and 2. Cultural universal. 3. Types of culture. 4. Cultural patterns of behavior. And B. Language. C. The relationship between language and culture. Definition of culture. Culture comes from Latin cultura, means cultivation. Breeds and topologies. Edward Tyler Fries give the definition of culture, which is widely quoted. Culture is the complex whole which includes knowledge, belief, art, morals, law, custom, and any other capacities and habits acquired by means as a member of society. From the standpoint of contemporary cultural anthropologists, culture is characterized by the following four basic features. And 1. Cultural is a kind of social interest instead of biology heritage. And 2. Culture is shared by the whole community, not belonging to any particular individual. And 3. Cultural is a symbolic meaning system in which language is one of the most important ones. Title text ID 4. Culture is a unified system, the integral part of which are closely related to one another. And next, 2. Cultural universal. Cultural universals are elements common to all human cultures, regardless of historical moment, geography of cultural origin. There is a tension in cultural anthropology and cultural sociology between the claim the culture is universal, then the fact that all human societies have culture, and that it is also particular. Culture takes a tremendous freight of mind from around the world. And next up, ini 3 types of cultural. The word culture don't mean just a national culture, but the whole array of different types of culture. The includes 1. Corporate culture, for example, the culture for Apple, Microsoft. And 2. Professional culture, for example, the culture of doctors, lawyers. And 3. Gender, different culture of men and women. And 3. Age, the different culture of young, middle age, and old people. And 5. Religious culture, for example, Catholicism, Islam, Buddha. And 6. Regional culture, for example, Western, Eastern. 7. Class culture, for example, working class, middle class, upper class. Okay, next, 4. Cultural patterns of behavior. Cultural have a wildness characteristic, but so pattern for living according to some anthropologists have universal characteristics. Here, Peter were more in Tommaso mention 7 cultural patterns of behavior, namely 1. They originate in the human mind. 2. They facilitate human and environmental interaction. And 3. They satisfy human basic needs. Next, 4. They are cumulative and adjust to change in external and internal conditions. And 5. They tend to form a consistent structure. 6. They are learned and shared by all members of the society. 7. They are transmitted to a new generation. B. Language. According to Speer, language is a purely human and non-instinctive method of communication ideas, emotion, and desire by means of voluntary produced symbol. Language is a part of culture and a part of human behavior. It is often held that the function of language is to express truth and to communication information. Language also fulfills many other tasks, greeting people, conducting religious service. See the relationship between language and culture. It is above that language plays prominent role in developing, elaborating, and transmitting cultural and language, enabling us to store meanings and experience to facilitate communication. The function of language is so important in communication that is even agreed by some scholars. The most foremost in one is the hypothesis concerning the relationship between language and culture, which Nida and Tabor regret is misconception constitutes serious difficulties for cross cultural and understanding. Okay, thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.